What's going on, everyone? This is Dungeon here, and we are about to start a Dark Souls 3 walkthrough. And in this walkthrough, it is going to be a choose your own adventure. So what that means is that every week, you are going to tell me what, depending on the choices that I give to you guys, what I'm going to do. So let's go ahead and get started with a character. Now, being that I haven't had you guys make any choices yet, I'm going to just choose a very basic character. I do have a preset build that I'm just going to use, and as far as appearances go, and of course you guys know who I am. I am Dungeon. So I'm probably gonna skip a lot of the cinematics and stuff like that, but yeah, so that'll kind of make it so that the walkthrough videos aren't as long. So as a burial gift, rather as a class, I'm gonna pick Deprive because you guys haven't told me what type of build that you want me to do, and as a burial gift I will pick the Fire Gem just because. Alright, now I'm gonna go ahead and get started, and like I said, I do want you guys to tell me what kind of build you want me to do. Do you want me to do like a strength, dex, faith, intelligence build or something like one of those types, or do you want me to do like a hybrid, so like a strength and dex, or maybe a strength and intelligence, or a faith and, you know, dexterity, or whatever, you know? I mean, I will say that I'm not too keen on a luck build. I could do a pyromancer build, I could do, you know, a dark build or something like that. Obviously dark damage is kind of hard to get early in the game, as far as spells go. Oh boy, starting off wrong. Get hit right away. This is not really a very good shield. I'm gonna two-hand this thing. So yeah, so for those of you who really have played this game before, well, I'm sure most of the people who are watching have played. So, I mean, typically a lot of times I'll do a faith build. It's like a healer type of character. For those who are a little bit unaware of what that means. Oh, I get a sacred chime from this dude. Third dude that I kill. Last game I played this, I actually wanted to get a sacred chime, and I swear to you, I spent probably an hour farming these guys so I can get the sacred chime. I tell you, that was something else. Oh boy, I'm gonna end up dying before I get to the first bonfire. Alright, so yeah, that was really cool. You know, especially if you guys want me to play a faith build. I mean, let's not be too troll-like. If you want to see me do a faith build, I'll do it. If you don't, I'll trash that. You know, no, I won't trash it. But so that's obviously at this point a pretty good idea because I'm deprived, so I basically do what I have next to me and what I can get. So for those who never played before, I passed up that little water area to the left of the starting area, and I'll come back to that later. There is a monster over there that actually is worth quite a bit of souls, but you know, for right now I'm just gonna chill on that because I can't actually use my souls, so there's no point to actually, you know, getting that yet, because if I die, then that's, you know, obviously not good. So do a leap over there, you can grab this Titanite shard. I will show you guys, if you don't know, how to like super early get a +4 weapon, and that is one of the shards that you need. I think total 12 shards if you use them all for one weapon, and if you get lucky, you can maybe, you know, get it off of one of the enemies in the first area. They actually can drop Titanite shards, so if you farm that area at all, then you can actually potentially you can get a +4 weapon before you even beat any boss, which is actually really, really, really cool. You know what I'm saying? Alright, so usually I'll rest at that first bonfire, but I don't know. It's not what I did this time. I'll go and rest though real quick because we are about to fight the first boss, and you know, some people might be like, hey, you really might have a little bit of difficulty fighting the first boss when you only have a club. I will tell you this, I beat the first boss with the pyro flame, just the pyro flame in my hand once. So, it can be done. It can be done. Not that I'm looking to do that. I'm not. Please. Well, hold on. Let me go back, and I'm not trying to take any damage before I get to the boss. I will say this though, that I am not trying to do a playthrough that is like bow only or bare fist or fist only. Really. Honestly, not even whip only. Okay, this is the last time I'm going to go to the bonfire because I really don't want to have any chip damage on myself before I go to this boss. And for those of you who have never really played before, you really don't want to have any kind of damage when you go into this boss, because some of you guys are probably gonna, like, if this is the first Dark Souls game you ever played for, Dark Souls, not Dark Souls, you might have trouble. And by the way, that was a plunge attack, so when you drop down you can actually press the, I'm playing on PlayStation, so it's R1, so it's light attack, whatever light attack is for you guys, and you'll do like extra damage or whatever. So now we're ready. I am going to use a weapon art. So what that is on my controller, it's L2, so that's the back left bumper, and I'm going to use that because it's going to help me do just like a little bit more damage. And being that I really don't have a shield, I mean, it's a plank, honestly, yeah, it doesn't really do much at all, so I'm not going to use that. I'm going to just go, once I remove this thing, this guy is going to start moving around, so I'll get a few hits off of him first before he starts moving around. So I'll buff myself, and then I will try to go to town on this guy, do as much damage as I can before he gets started. And you typically will jump in the air. There you go. And there it is. I didn't get hit once. I'm not gonna lie, man, I have died to that guy a bunch of times in the past, so as the first time actually playing through on this walkthrough, that was actually pretty cool, man. I am impressed with myself, actually. And look, if this is the first time you're playing, or if you played before and you're like, dungeon, like, you know, you're trying to show me up. No, I'm actually not. I was actually afraid that I might actually die a couple times, and that would not be very cool. This, however, that was super cool, man. You know? But, you know, sometimes you die, sometimes you know, don't get hit at all. So, and that is not one of these runs. I'm not playing a, you know, a hardcore run or something like that, to where if I die, then I'm dead. That's, maybe I'll do that at some point, maybe with, like, I don't know, Dark Souls 2 or something. I really like that one. I know some people are like, Dark Souls 2 sucks. Well, yeah, I mean, for you maybe, I don't know. Everyone has their own opinions, you know. I like Dark Souls 3. Some people say Dark Souls 3 sucks, you know. Some people are like, the only Dark Souls is Dark Souls 1. And you know, that is, for some people, that's true. I was just talking to someone just the other day who was saying that, you know, they like Dark Souls 1 and 2, but they didn't like Dark Souls 3 because Dark Souls 3 is, I mean, it's pretty linear, and I completely understand what this person was saying. Like, this game, it has some choices, so And really, that's what this whole playthrough is about the choices that Dark Souls 3 does give you, you know. And for most players, they really only see one type of, you know, way to go about this. And I'll be honest, when I play this game often, I will usually go about it one particular way, and I could do that, like for like the easy mode, you know. That's how I did in Dark Souls 2. I did like an easy mode, like if this is the first time you ever played the game and stuff like that. And the thing is for this particular game, I think a lot of people have already played it, so I figured I'd do something a little different maybe than, you know, a complete easy mode. So that's the rationale. Now back to my build. And by the way, before I go into the shrine, I'm just grabbing everything out here. Some people might not realize there was something behind there, or might not have seen this thing right here, or might not have seen this dog. You've probably seen the dog. I hate dogs, man. And in that last video, I told you about how these maces and the clubs and stuff, they will absolutely stagger those dogs, which is so cool. It's actually really, really gratifying, because dogs are a pain. They are such a, like, in real life I like dogs, but I mean in this game, dang man, them dogs, bro. So let's go ahead and do this. And there's a few other things that we have to do in this first episode, and this is like all before I pick anything, you know. So I'm gonna go through her you know, words and whatever she says, her speech, and I'm gonna boost up my vigor. I'll be honest, if I were to be, yeah, we're cool listening to you talk. If I were to do like an actual playthrough, I would probably go all the way to maybe somewhere between 15 and 20 with my vigor, and then I actually start boosting my other stats, whatever stat that I really wanted to boost. So like within my build. So if I was doing a dex build, I'd be boosting dexterity. And for those who don't know, you can actually, if you get invaded, you can grab a seed from there. And this is probably the first secret that for those people who haven't ever played this game or are not too familiar with this game, I'm about to show you. Actually, you know what, let me go do something real quick. There's one thing that I would like to do, and I will show you something really cool. But there's something up there that I mean, I think most people know, but if you've never really played the game, or you haven't done a whole lot of research in this game, then you know you might have played through this game and not realize there's something that could make it quite a bit easier, actually. So I'm gonna buy one of these prism stones. Now I will say, in this game the prism stones really aren't that valuable, but in Dark Souls 1, the prism stones were, like, in one particular area, they were super useful, because there's an area in Dark Souls 1 that, like, you have to walk through and the floor is invisible. Yeah, the floor is completely invisible, so you have to like put the stones down so you can see where the floor is, and if the stone falls through the floor, then you know it's like, well, don't walk there because you'll fall off. So it's pretty cool. So there you go, 2 tries for you. Probably take 20 or 50. First time I think it took me about 50. So you know, basically all you got to do is run up to the side of the tree, and then like at the last moment you just like turn to the left and jump at the same time. If you have very low weight, I looked at it a couple times just to see, but I have, let's see, what's my weight? Looks like my music is going off here, but my equip load, so you can see it's 4.6 out of a total of 50 units I can carry. So like if I was to, you know, change out my weight ratio, it's like at the top right it says 99.2%. And lightweight goes all the way to I think it's like 30 or 29.99 or something like that. So, and you'll see the difference automatically as soon as you actually go through and add, like, put more clothes on, or armor, or weapons, or whatever. You'll notice the difference when you roll. Like See, I'm getting that long roll, you know, I get more iframes, I'm pretty sure. And kill this dude. And for those who don't know, this guy will give me a Twinkling Titanite. And then you just kind of go back. Now, sometimes, if I'm lucky, sometimes this dude right here will actually aggro with me. And he will start to try to attack me. And even though I'm like right here, he will try to attack me. And sometimes he'll actually fall off. See? He'll actually fall off. And I won't actually have to attack him at all. But because he fall off, I'll get his souls. Now, it may not happen, but the last 2 playthroughs I did, I was like right here, and that's when he fell off, and I got those souls. And, you know, if that happens, it's, you know, it's whatever. But if it don't, then I might have to go down and talk to him, you know. Alright, so, Estus Flask, right there. And I think there was some souls, or something, I don't know. So this is the crow, basically, or the pickle pea or whatever. Yeah, pretty much every single iteration of this game they have something like that. So in this one, what we're gonna do is drop one of these fire bombs, and we get a large Titanite shard, and that is one of the 2 Titanite shards you can get before the first boss. Any of the first bosses. Well, I mean the first boss is, I mean, I guess that's technically in the Gundyr or whatever his name is, the guy I just beat. But anyhow, another thing you can drop is this thing. And we'll grab a large shield too, because the shield I have is like no good at all. And the large shield actually does a decent amount of work. I'm gonna go talk to this guy over here and see if he'll jump off for us before I leave, because it'd be cool if he did. But anyways, like I was saying, you can get 2 of those large Titanite shards. And what's this guy? I always wondered how he jumps off, but I don't know, he does, man. I wonder if we could see what happens. I always wondered how he drops off, you know. Well, I don't know. It's kind of strange. I'd throw something at him, maybe that'd be kind of cool. You could also, if you have like spells, you could just completely like mess with this guy with the spells and completely kill him. It's kind of cheap. But this whole game, honestly, this whole game, like, especially if you've never played it before, it's like the game is cheating, man, the whole freaking time, dude. So you gotta know. Let's see, see if he'll aggro, fall off. I don't know. If he doesn't, whatever. But if he does, then, you know, you'll see. And I swear sometimes he does. Like I said, the last 2 times I played, he did. And I didn't even attack him or anything. I didn't look at him even. And now, if he does, then it's cool. If he don't, it's also cool, because we're about to get something that's going to make his death even more valuable. So, right over here, drop down, and pick up this chest. Do be careful when you pick up chests, or you open up chests in this game, because they can actually attack you. They're mimics, and there's a lot of mimic. Man, this game has so many mimic chests. It's unbelievable. The cool thing is, though, is that if you really pay attention to the chests, you'll see the mimic chests will actually breathe. Like, they'll open up their mouth slightly, and I think you even see their teeth. So yeah. So look for that, and you'll see before you open up a new chest that you've never seen before. And you can identify it real quick, like, that it's a mimic. So, what I just got was the coveted silver serpent ring. I always run with this thing, man. Always. Especially with boss. I know some people like, well, it doesn't help you with the boss. No, but it helps me with the souls I get with the boss, you know, because he'll get, I think it's like 10% or something more souls. So, it'll reduce the amount of time that you might want to spend to, you know, grind or whatever to get levels. So, this dude, I'm gonna talk to him, give him some Estus shard, and allocate it. I'm gonna go all in on the Estus flask and the Ashen Estus flask, which will refill my blue meter, my FP, focus points. I will just not have that, you know, it's whatever. And I'll actually remove that from my bar. So that's pretty much what I have right now. I am going to what am I gonna do? I'm gonna go kill this I'm gonna go kill the whatchamacallits first. That weird beast that I said a minute ago. Actually, you know what? Let me get the shield actually. Let's see, do I want the shield? Let's see, I think these guys are only 33 with the thing I got. I think they're only 33. So let's see how much do I get here? 22. All right. Well, that's not enough. I ain't gonna mess with them. All right. I will say that if you have to get that, if you're trying to get the sacred chime, then it might be worth just kind of like grinding out a little bit and killing those dudes, so that you can get, you know, if you want a chime or whatever. They can be very helpful because they're weapon art. Now, like I said before, the weapon art that I have on the club, it will I don't even know what the name is. I'll take a look when we spawn, but I don't even know what the name is. But it'll actually give me more damage. It'll increase the amount of damage that I do. It is Warcry. So Warcry will increase the amount of damage that you do, and the Sacred Cleric Chime will actually give you, it's called Gentle Repose, and what it does is it'll actually heal you, like, slowly over time. So, I mean, early game, it can be real helpful. I mean, the only thing is you need a 14 in Faith to use it, but it can be very helpful when you don't really have a whole lot of flasks or whatever, and you want to go through, like, the entire level without like, you know, using the spawn points or the bonfires or whatever. So it can make, you know, the early game a little bit easier. You'll have to wait though. You just kind of sit there and use it, go to the bathroom or do whatever you gotta do, get on the phone, do something, I don't know. So this is how we do this. Well, that's not how you do it, but you know. Ow. Okay. Ooh, I'm about to die, man. Alright, what I was supposed to do is actually get a visceral attack on this dude. If I get one more attack, there it is. Now, that visceral attack, how much damage it does compared to what I was doing, and he's... Oof, alright. And I gotta be careful because I'm running out. Alright. Alright, I got you. There it is. Should kill him right there. Cool thing about the club. It actually does a decent amount of poise damage. I know the club, the moveset sucks. I mean, this is what you got from the moveset, you know what I mean? And you got a leaping strong attack for the two-handed, and then you have a leaping strong attack. I mean, it's just, the moveset sucks. I mean, I'm not gonna sugarcoat it. It can do decent damage if you pump your strength into it and put a heavy gem into it or whatever, and it's strike damage, which is cool. But, oh, I think I missed something. There's a drop over there. But like I said, it can do some work, and the moveset though, it's really terrible. It doesn't have any kind of combo or anything like that. It's just not something you really want to use. And no, even if you say, like, I am not going to use the club, bro. That's not happening. I'll use the mace. I made videos about the mace. I really like that weapon. I'll use the Morning Star. I'll use the War Pick. I'll use, I don't know if I'll use, I don't know. Whatever. Reinforced club. Almost. Not the club though, man. Not the club. So, anyhow, now that I have those souls from that dude, see how much souls I got from that? I'll go back to the shrine. And see what I'm saying? Like, if you were to kill that thing before you killed that like, you know, mini boss or whatever that I pulled the sword out of, then you would be very upset. That type of stuff is what make people not want to play the games. Because when they lose those souls, they're like, oh my god, I just lost all my work that I just spent to, you know, defeat that enemy. So don't put yourself in those situations, and you'll have a much better time playing this game. You know what I mean? Try to use your souls whenever you can, and yeah. All right. So let's see what I want to do here. I will get my vigor to 20. That's pretty good. And just so you know, early game vigor is really good to put points into, and it just really is good, because the only other thing you really need is the requirements to use whatever weapon you want to use. Aside from that, pump into how much vigor you want. I probably won't put any more points into vigor than what I have right now, but yeah, it should be good, because I think the soft cap for vigor is like 27, so typically I'll go up to 27. But aside from that, you pretty much just need those requirements to be able to use the weapon that you want to use. You know what I mean? And what I'll do right now is kind of, I want to get this shield first. So I kind of gotta kill a few dudes. I don't know. It's all good. I will be surprised if I get another one of those cleric, whatchamacallits. Kill one more dude and I'm good. I can get that shield. Now, the reason why I keep talking about that shield is because it has 85% physical absorption or resist. I don't know what it is. Physical. I think it's physical guard or whatever. And the other thing is you trade it in and you can get I think it's a Twinkling Titanite. So I'm definitely going to trade it in. I'm definitely going to buy it. And the thing is like right now it is worth it, because the only other shield I got is this one, which is 55, and that also is no good. That's weak, man. You know what I mean? So I'll purchase this thing. And for those who watched my Dark Souls 2 easy mode walkthrough, you probably remember me talking about the large leather shield in that one as well. That one, I think the resistance was 90% guard absorption. So in this one it's 85, so it's slightly a little bit worse, but you know, I'm gonna trade this in and I will be getting my money back, well, more than what my money is worth, honestly. So let's go ahead and give it a run here. I will tell you guys right now, what is my weapon art for this shield? Parry. Okay, well, some of you might be good at parrying. I can tell you right now, I mean, I can do it. In Dark Souls 2, I feel like way better at parrying. But in this one, I don't know. I just never really use it. I never really like learned how to do it. In Bloodborne, the riposting I can do all day, but yeah, in this one, you gotta watch out, because this dude has bleed that he'll put out, you know. He's about ready to do an attack on me. Uh-oh. Let's see. And there you go. That's how you do it, man. So, some of you might be wondering, like, wait a minute, bro. He drops a katana and some trash gear. Well, first off, I need that trash gear because I don't have any gear besides a loincloth. And and secondly, all you gotta do is come over here, rest at the bonfire, and go back, and you will find what he has dropped, where he usually spawns. And you just go grab it. And for those of you who are playing real Dark Souls and are starting as deprived, no, I'm just playing. You will load up the gear into your slots. I think it's arms. Yeah, arm. That's all I got. So, and there's something else. Oh, you know what? I was supposed to put a Homer bone. Actually, I was supposed to trade that Homer bone for a iron bracer or something like that. That's alright, I'll do it later. I don't need a stinking iron bracer. Alright, so I've got plenty of souls. Alright, to be able to do things. Just so in case you guys are wondering what kind of options I have. I could use those souls to purchase any one of these weapons. Maybe you think like, hey, it'd be cool to use a scimitar or a halberd, or some sort of spells or something like that. So tell me what you think about those ideas. Also, I could continue playing with the club until I get a weapon that's in the first area or something like that. Whatever you decide, let me know, and let me know what kind of build you want me to do, because I'll probably spend those souls to start whatever build that I'm going to be running with this particular run. So, let me know in the comments, what do you want me to do? What kind of build do you want? Like a strength build or a faith build, or I'll probably not do a luck build. Maybe you want like a mage or like a fighter mage or something, whatever. And let me know what kind of weapons you want to see. Like I said, I'm probably not going to use fist, bow only, whip only type of playthroughs. So let me know what you think in the comments. And that was that for this episode. Thanks for watching, everyone. Make sure you stay cool. And this is Dungeon, so bye, everyone.